joined by Owen-Withee football coach Terry Laube. Coach, starting out, obviously last year, there's not a whole lot you can say negative about that. State title, undefeated season. Kind of talk through what last year meant to you in the community.
Well, certainly, that is a big deal. You certainly rally a community around a program. People get excited, and truly rightly so, right? When you got a great group of kids like that complete a dream, because that's really what high school football is about, right? You start the season, you're on a journey, and you would hope that you can put things in place for these guys to truly realize that dream, create those memories that'll last them a lifetime, and fortunately for us, it worked out that way.
And then obviously, first thing you look at going into the next year is who's coming back. Who are kind of some of those players that are going to be back from last year's team that you're expecting to make a big contribution?
Well, certainly on our offensive line, Jack Wendler is the guy. He plays center, makes all our line calls. And we always talk about him being that hub, that hub of that wheel that makes things go. Winston Paler will be back at tight end, and we're going to move him back to the linebacker spot, let him put in space. He's a great athlete that is going to move, and I hope make plays in space. And then Sammy Wells is going to get his first real taste of varsity action as a senior. He's going to play some tight end and going to step in at a corner spot there and give us that speed off the edge that we need. So that's exciting. And of course, we got some juniors now that it's their turn, right? They work and they paid their dues, and now it's time for them to step in and make some plays.
And you mentioned those juniors. Who are some players you're looking at that maybe weren't in that starting group last year that you're expecting to make a big jump this year?
Talon Mueller is one of those guys. He's going to step in at fullback. He's got a great burst. He's got great vision, and we're a run-orientated team. He's got to carry the load, and he's going to make some things happen for us. I believe that we're going to have some freshmen that are going to step in and certainly give us that depth at the very least, but maybe give us some good minutes at the varsity level also. Clay Mueller is one of those kids. I think we've got a great young quarterback that could step in and give us some time. And so it's going to be exciting to see how it all shakes out. Obviously, the scrimmage will tell us a lot. Coming up this Friday, we get a look at 3 different teams, and that's just a great measuring stick for us as we prepare for the season.
And then, going into the season, obviously you've got a little bit of practice under your belt. What are kind of your expectations for the team this year?
Well, first of all, I think it's always been year in and year out. You got to line up on a Friday night and you got to compete. You got to compete for 48 minutes. And when you got the likes of the Gilmans of the world, the Thorpes of the world, these are teams that, it's going to be mesh-mouth football. It's going to be very physical, and you better prepared. You better done your homework, and you better become mentally prepared for that game. And I think that is the basis of what our philosophy is. Obviously, everybody shoots for that conference championship. Everybody wants to go to the playoff. Everybody wants to get to the big dance. But it's a process, and that journey is just helping these kids and preparing them for them week in and week out.
All right, sounds good. Congrats in the state title last year. Looking forward to seeing you guys this year. Coach Terry Laube, thank you.
Thank you.